Hi, this is Chris from Fanatical. So we see the requirement where folks want expenses broken down by specific vendors and over a specific time period. So the example or the requirement is here's number of months, I've got some expenses, and then I want to see how that has been made up right by vendor. And obviously one can switch between cash versus accrual, basis as well. So let's have a look at just in terms of Flash of how we would do that. So what I've got here, and I just prepared a little report here. Let me just take this out of the way here, see if I can move that. Is so here, I've broken up, just to make it cleaner. So this would have been my expense portion of my P&L. Here's my Flash formula, right? And my Flash formula just makes use of, obviously, that cell referencing to retrieve a value for me. I'm retrieving values here for printing and advertising, as my expense. And, okay, I don't have any values here in August, but for July, I've got some values. So the requirement is down here now, I want to list, which vendors basically make up that value over there. Okay. So what I can do here is then, first of all, get my listing of my vendors. This is a demo system here. Unless maybe which ones, then you can put them in there. Alternatively, I can actually just import a list, of my vendors and just use that. And so here, import list, I select my company, right? So I'm working in Parker, and I just basically select which vendors I want. So there I'm going to select vendors. And then I'm just going to fill it down, right? So I don't have too many, so it's not crazy. But there I've brought down all my vendors. So the next thing is, what I want to do is build my account balance formula to retrieve, and I want to say reconcile or split up that number by vendor. So the way that I would do that is also just using my account balance function over there. And so this helps me, just create an initial balance formula that I can then change or update with cell referencing to reference all the other parts of my workbook or my spreadsheet, just to make it live. So what I'm going to do here, so here we can see at the top, I'm just going to select my Parker Foundation, right, actual versus budget. I'm not going to worry about dates because we are going to update referencing to reference those columns. I'm not going to worry about too much about accounts, but yeah, I think that here I can set, just another parameter or a dimension, or a filter, as it's many times called, about how I want to filter those balance by. So I'm going to select vendor, right, because I think we want to go and select vendor. I can go and specify one, but I want to say it doesn't really matter because my next step, I want to go and specify what's over there. But I do want, just basically now to filter it by, by vendor. So I create my formula. So then it's gone, retrieved a formula. It hasn't found anything. But yeah, so let's update now. So I click on FX. Let's go and update this formula, just with the cell referencing. So what I'm going to do there, okay, company, I'm saying go and fetch that for us in cell A1. I'm toggle function F4. I'm going to say start and end date, right there, B4 and B5. There I've got that one. Okay, so my column is a variable, so no $ in front of it, but my row is fixed because eventually I'm going to copy this to the right, and so I wanted to pick up these dates in this column over here. I'm going to set this, so whatever we specify in cell B6, actual versus budget. My account, I wanted to go and pick up, sorry, that one over there, right? So let's fix it to that account so that maybe I can even toggle through that account, and then I'll see what the splits are per vendor, or obviously I can blow down and have a whole number more of accounts. But for now, I'm just going to fix it to that account. We want to split it by vendor. And as I said, I want the vendor to be here in column A. I don't have too many vendors here, so I might have some balances here not specified, but the principle is obviously the same, right? So we'll see some for others. But there we can see my column, $ in front of the A, but my row is a variable because I'm going to copy that down. Okay, I've just created the one formula. All right, so there we can see a value coming back, and double click, it copies that formula down. Okay, I don't have too much else here, but yeah, so now we can see. So I've got, my 5427 is then split up between those two. So there we can see 5427, for those two over there. Alternatively, right, I can also, if I wanted to, I could drill down on this, right, and then basically see, how those balances were made up. So there we can see, books by Bessie, and there we can see the 3,500, right, and then those two are essentially unallocated as well, 1927. Let's go back to that one. There we can see 1927, 3,500, right? So basically that works. I have a longer, want to do it by month. So now I can copy that to the right. And over here, I can also just come and double click, right? And now I essentially have this report here broken down by month. And obviously I can add a whole number of, columns to the right. And so, to the right-hand side here, I can, just expand this across multiple months. I'll just only use 2 months, just so it doesn't look that busy. The next thing is, so now, we did this for one account, but you can do it for, explode this, multiple accounts. You just have to change your cell referencing. The other thing is, I think just out of curiosity, let's just see if we split that up, right? We can report on various accounts or grouping of accounts. So what I'm going to do is create a list of values, or essentially a search field. So I can replace that, account over there with other accounts as well. So other accounts that we have here is, for example, this is our parent account / total expenses, right? So there we can see, okay. So now we see really at the highest level, right? So I'm basically looking at all expenses, and now you can see a lot more values coming through over here. I think just from a values perspective, let's maybe just get our formatting nice, right? So we maybe just have the same number formatting, so it just reads easier, right? So Excel just makes that easy, right? That numbers look a bit nicer. All right, so now we can see, those numbers coming through here as well. I don't know, we might as well just create a little subtotal at the bottom here. Let's see if we do that, right? Okay, press enter. There we've got our 123, right? So all of that reconciles as well. If we just want to control total 104, we can do that. All right, but so now we can see most of my stuff, is demo, data. So, but there we can see your values are over there coming through. Okay, so that's in terms of how you can also just build a report and then, expand it, for various dates, columns. You can, add different lines in here as well. Obviously, we can add a second row, have different accounts here, if your cell referencing is correct. But how you can just build and analyze, say, numbers by combination of your expenses, and then, how it's blown out, by vendor. Okay, thank you. Have fun.